About 11.4 million people are now unemployed under the expanded definition, with a youth unemployment rate of 75%.
Since February of this year, business confidence has been on the increase. Does that signify that South Africa is on the path of recovery? Here to talk more about this is research analyst Bheki Mahlobo from the Center for Risk Analysis. Bheki, welcome. And can you please tell me, what are some of the latest trends regarding business confidence in South Africa?
Yeah, Gary, so we gauge business confidence by looking at confidence indicators in the country, and they are noticeably increasing, which is something that we have flagged in this week's risk alert. However, that does not signal a strong recovery in the short term in South Africa, mainly due to the fact that some of these indicators are still well below their highs reached between the years 2004 and 2007, at the height of South Africa's economic growth levels, where GDP averaged about 5% per year in those years. An example of this is the Saki Business Confidence Indicator, which for May currently is at 97 points, which is considerably higher than what it was a year ago at 70.1 points. However, that figure of 97 points is still considerably low at its height in April of 2006, where it was at 140.6 points.
Enjoying this analysis? Click here to sign up for our 30-day free trial for more content from the CIA.
I see. And Bheki, can you maybe tell us what are some of the reasons why we've seen a sudden increase in business confidence in the last few months?
Gary, one of the factors at play are commodity prices, which is exactly what we've seen from last year March to where we find ourselves today. Whenever there are periods of high commodity prices around the world, we see the rand strengthening, mainly due to the fact that South Africa's exports predominantly are made up of commodities, although that's to a lesser extent in recent years. And that has alleviated some of the input costs on businesses as well as the burden on consumers when you factor in oil prices, which have been increasing.
So Bheki, what are some of the major risks that are facing South Africa at the moment then?
Gary, the risk that we see here is that most of these business confidence indicators are still well below their highs between the years 2004 and 2007 and show no signs of reaching those levels. That's mainly due to the fact that the policies that the current government implements today are hostile to these businesses and results in the destruction of fixed capital investment as well as businesses in general in the country. Another point to consider is that these policies have led to historically high unemployment levels in the country. About 11.4 million people are now unemployed under the expanded definition, with a youth unemployment rate of 75%. And that's a factor that businesses need to consider today, that when you have periods of high youth unemployment, that's accompanied by high crime rates in the country, which puts a significant cost on input costs on businesses in terms of that they need to account for security procedures as well as stock thefts now.
Thank you very much, Bheki. If you enjoyed this discussion today, we will have more information in our latest macro review report, which will be released by the end of June. So if you would like to have access to that report and you would like to have access to our 30-day free trial, please click in the link in the description below.